Hello learners, I welcome you to this module dealing with preservation of industrially important organisms. The process of isolation of organisms, their screening for determining their industrial potential is a very lengthy and expensive procedure. Once the desired organism is isolated, it is of prime importance that the industrially important characteristics for which it is isolated is retained. The culture which will be used for fermentation should have two features. It should be viable, that is, the cells should be alive, and it should be a pure culture with no contamination. Storage of isolated organism is one of the important steps for successful fermentation. Storage method should have the following features. The genetic changes should not occur during the storage. Contaminations should be avoided. Viability should be retained even after repeated subculturing. Drawbacks of subculturing. The subculturing involves transfer of cells from the original culture to a fresh medium. Subculturing involves the risk of mutations at each time of cell division. Repeated subculturing therefore involves a chance of strain degeneration, loss of some characters and even contamination. Due to the above drawbacks, excessive subculturing should be avoided. The solution to this problem is in preservation techniques. These techniques maintain the viable condition of the cell by storing at low temperatures or by dehydrating them. Storage at low temperature. Use of agar slants. The agar slants containing cultures can be stored at 5 degrees in refrigerators or freezers at -20 degrees Celsius. The storage at low temperatures maintain the cells in a viable condition for a period of 6 months, after which subculturing is required. If a layer of mineral oil is spread over the culture, the slants are stored for as long as 1 year. Storage at low temperature using nitrogen. Storage at extremely low temperatures. Storage of cells at temperatures as low as -150 to -196 degrees can be achieved by using liquid nitrogen. At such low temperatures, the metabolism of any cell is highly reduced. The method can be used for cells which are grown in the medium and separated after they reach the stationary phase. The cells are separated from the growing medium and suspended in 10% glycerol. Glycerol acts as a cryoprotective agent. The tubes are sealed and stored in liquid nitrogen. This technique helps to preserve for long duration, that is years together. Cryopreservation is an alternative technique used for microorganisms which cannot be stored by lyophilization. It is a long-term preservation technique. The living activities are inhibited at -30 degrees as suggested by Merriman in 1956. Nguyen in 1966 used 10% glycerol and cooled down at the rate of 10 degrees at up to -35 degrees. Steps involved in cryopreservation. The suspended cells or spores are finely fragmented mycelium in 10% glycerol as suspension medium is taken as a starting material for cryopreservation. The suspension is transferred to the ampules with minute quantities, generally less than 0.5 ml. The ampules are made of glass. The ampules filled with the microbial suspension are freezed and sealed. The ampules are immersed in liquid nitrogen and remain suspended for a short time. There are alternative methods of cooling as well. The selection of method depends on the nature of organism to be preserved. The ampules are placed in cans having 6 ampoules in each can. The cans are then placed in metal boxes with 20 each in one box. The metal boxes have holes for circulation of liquid nitrogen. The culture revival includes thawing of the cultures followed by routine culture technique. Let us come to the advantages. It is an effective method, no subculturing is required, cultural characteristics do not change, contamination by mites is easily avoided. Disadvantages: method is expensive and instrumentational support is required, constant supply of nitrogen is required, precautions are to be taken as nitrogen gas is explosive in nature. Storage by use of dehydration. Some organisms bearing spores can be preserved by using dried soil culture. The soil is moistened with water and sterilized. This moist sterilized soil is used as growth medium and inoculated as a growth medium. The organism is allowed to grow to certain extent and then allowed to dry at room temperature for 15 days. The dry soil can be stored at room temperature or in refrigerator. This method is very popular for storage of fungi and actinomycetes. According to Pridham et al. In 1973, 50% of the stored actinomycetes were found to be viable even after 20 years of storage. Alternative medium which can be used as replacement of soil are silica gel, porcelain beads as suggested by Malix in 1991. Method. The method of soil preservation involves the following steps. The spore suspension of the microorganism is preserved in the given medium containing 20% of soil, 78% of sand, 2% calcium carbonate which is transferred to the tubes. The medium is sterilized for 8 to 15 hours at 130 degrees and allowed to cool. This is called as a loam. A spore suspension is added to the sterilized loam and incubated for 10 days. The inoculated tubes are then placed in the desiccator under vacuum for evaporation of excess moisture. The tubes are sealed and kept at refrigerated temperature of -50 to -80 degrees. The silica gel. Sporulating microbes are generally stored by using this method. The spores are suspended in 5% of skimmed milk, then it is transferred to the silica gel and the tubes are capped and dried for 14 days. The caps are closed and refrigerated during storage period. The tubes can be stored at room temperature. This method provides long-term preservation and good revival recovery. Water for preservation. This is a unique method for preservation of fungi. The organism is grown in a Petri plate supported by a minimal growth medium. The mycelia is cut into small pieces. The pieces are transferred to the sterile medium, that is distilled water. In screw cap tubes, cultures are stored at low temperatures. Lyophilization or freeze drying. Lyophilization involves the freezing of a culture and immediately drying it in vacuum. The freezing followed by drying effects to sublimation of water present inside the cell. The cells to be preserved are grown up to the stationary phase and suspended in a medium like milk, sodium glutamate. Commonwealth Mycological Institute uses 10% skimmed milk and 5% inositol in distilled water. A minute quantity of suspension is transferred to the ampoule and frozen. It is then kept in the vacuum till the sublimation process is complete, followed by sealing. The cells remain viable for 10 years if stored by this method. It is commonly used for long-term preservation of microorganisms like bacteria, viruses, fungi, sera, toxins, enzymes and other biological materials. It is a method mainly based on suspended metabolism. The procedure is given in the following figure. Advantages. It can be used by culture collection centers. No attention is required after sealing. Storage is easy and cheap. Simple refrigerators can be used. Disadvantages. The ampules are quite hard to open. Breakage of ampules is dangerous and risky. Quality control of preserved stocks. Any preservation methods can be used for storage of microorganisms. The preserved stocks are required to be checked for its purity. A routine check of preserved cultures should be planned. 3% of the ampules of the stored organisms are mixed and checked for purity, viability and productivity. These three parameters are essential to be met by the stored cultures. If the stored cultures satisfy even any one standard, they are destroyed. This is an effective method of screening efficiently stored cultures which are successfully used after long duration of storage. With this, we come to the end of different methods used in preservation of industrially important microorganisms. I thank all the learners for their patient listening.